Hello, my name is Hans Tullmann, and I'm going to talk to you about the Google Presentation app for Google Apps for Education, and the presentation is called Slam It with Slides. You can find me on Twitter at htullman.com or email me. The website above and the QR code will lead you to my website where all of these resources can be found. Today's back channel will be at today's meet at todaysmeet.com/slam-slides, so you can join in at any time and share your thoughts, questions, and ideas. I've had 10 years of teaching experience, mostly third grade, and as a technology mentor. I am a Google Apps for Education user, and I am also a Q Rockstar teacher, now a Kern Q presenter, and a GATE certified teacher. This is my wife, Alina. We've been married happily for 6 years or more, and she's awesome. And my students, they love to read. I really like teaching third graders because they like their teacher, they like learning, and I like them. So it's a win-win all around. The dilemma I'm having is, how do I create, share, and teach my students how to make presentations online to view on any device? I was going back and forth between Prezi or PowerPoint or other platforms, but after using Google Slides, I'm convinced that this is the best way for me to create, share, and teach, but also for my students to create, share, and teach. And I'll explain why. Here's a quick video about the most awesome 450-page presentation ever. This is all made with Google Slides. So that's the creative potential of Google Slides. I won't be making anything like that anytime soon, but I thought it was very cool to see how they use those things. They use those tools for creative learning. So basically, you're going to start by going to your Google Drive. You're going to click the red Create button on the left, and you're going to choose Presentation. And from here, you can share your presentation with your students or teachers or anyone on the web. You can you can make a copy for your students to edit. So if you don't want them editing your original presentation, you can make a copy and they will be able to edit their own. You can also import slides from applications like PowerPoint, which is useful. You can download the presentation as a PowerPoint or PDF or other files, and you can also insert a bunch of things. So instead of talking about it, I'm just going to show you with a demo. So let's see how this works. I'm going to switch over to another account. I'm just going to go back to my Google Drive. I'm going to click the Create button over here on the left. I'm going to choose presentation. You can see the yellow icon there. And now I am in a new slides presentation. I'm going to start by choosing a theme. They have a lot of options here that you can choose from. If you don't like these, you can also import your own theme. For now, I'm going to choose Simple Light. Click OK, and we're going to show this for new presentations each time. So here's my basic layout of Google Slides. I can click on the name to name it, so I will name this demo presentation. And there's the name. From File at the top, this is where I can share things, and let me show you how that works really quick. So when I click on Share, a window pops up, and if you're a Google Apps for Education teacher, or your district is if your district is Google Apps for Education, you may be under their domain. I have my own domain, and right now this says people at Mr. Tullmann's classroom can find and view. But I'm going to change this. Oh, here's the link up here. I'm going to change who has access. I can choose either specific people, or I can choose people within my domain who have the link. I can choose anyone within my domain, or the one I do more often, I choose more often, is anyone with the link. And also you can just leave it public on the web, depending on how private you want. So I'm going to choose anyone with the link, save it, and so now who has access? Anyone with the link, and here's the link right here. I can press Command or Command C on Macs, Control C on PCs, and now I've copied this address and I can share it with anyone. I can also invite people, so if there was someone I wanted to invite, I could do that. There's one of my friends I can invite. And I can also, I'll change it to me. So here's me. Let's say I wanted to send this to my school email. When you're inviting people, you have three choices. You can give them permission to edit, you can give them permission to comment, or just to view. And you can even notify people by email, so they know that you've shared it, and you can send a message. This is a demo. And you can also, you have the option of sending it to yourself. I'm going to send this, and I have just now saved the shared settings. So I'm going to send that. It says, are you sure you will be sending an invitation to my school address? Anyone holding the invitation will have access. Yes, that's okay. And then as you can see, that email or that person can be added. You can add a bunch of people from your contacts or email addresses, whoever you decide to share this with. You can also copy the link and paste it to a website and give people access from there as well. Another feature I'd like to show you is make a copy. Let's say you've created a presentation and you want to share that with your kids. You can go to make a copy, and it says copy of a demo presentation. You can click OK. You can even share it with the same people that you've already chosen, and you can make that copy editable by anyone. Just clean that up a little bit. So here's a copy of a demo presentation, and here's my original. So I could share this second copy of a demo presentation. Another way to share is to go to this blue box to the right, and if I click on that, right now it's set to private, only you can access, but I can change that to anyone with the link, and I can also change the access to anyone can edit. So kids can also make a copy if they find a presentation online and make it their own by making a copy, and that way they can edit it. You can move it to a folder on your Google Drive, you can move it to the trash, you can import slides. Let's say you have another presentation in your Google Drive and you want to import slides from that. Well, this will be Google Slides and also PowerPoint slides. So you can import whatever you decide to import. Also, you can download this as a Microsoft PowerPoint, a PDF file, a scalable vector graphics, a PNG image file, a JPEG file, or plain text. You can publish to the web, all sorts of things. I'd encourage you to look through this list and explore your way around. So really quickly, here's the title page. I can type in a title, add a subtitle, and then when I'm ready to add a new slide, I can press this new slide button, or I can use this pull-down window menu and choose what layout I'd like. So maybe the next one I'd like would be a title and body, so I'm going to choose that. Here's my first slide. Here's my second slide. I can put information about whatever I want, put details. And of course, if you're just having text in a presentation, it may be a little dull. So maybe I want to add a picture. So I can go to Insert at the top. I can insert a text box, click and drag, and add text. Or I can add an image. And you have a lot of images here. You can upload an image from your computer. So let's say I had an image I wanted to add. I could drag that image. Let's see if I have one. Here we go. I could drag that image and drop it in there, and it would upload. So I just dragged in a QR code image. But I don't necessarily want that. Let's say I want something else. Insert, image, and I can upload by dragging and dropping, or I can just look through my computer and find an image. I can also take a snapshot of myself. You'd have to allow the camera and microphone, and then no cameras, whatever. So if you find another image on the internet, you can add by the URL of that image. If you have a Google Plus account, you can add images from that. If you have images on your Google Drive, you can add images from there. So here's some images I could add if I chose to. Or you also have the option of searching. Now, you have three choices when searching. You can search Google Images, Life Images, or Stock Images. Now these are images that have been approved for reuse. So let's say I was looking for a bird. Here's a bunch of birds, and all of these images are approved for reuse. So it's different than just searching for a Google image on a Google search, because some of those may be copywritten and you may not have permissions to share those. You can also change what type of photo that you're looking for. You can look for a face, or photo, or clip art, or line drawing. So let's say I wanted a clip art of a bird. I could click clip art, and it would filter out any images that are clip art birds, or whatever. And you would click on whatever image you wanted, and it even shows you the source of that image, the origin or the link to where you can find that. You click select, and then it inserts that image for you. Once you have your image inserted, you can make it bigger or smaller. You can move it around. You can also use this top circle to rotate it any way you want. And if you right-click or press Control-click, you have some other things like order, just like on PowerPoint. You can rotate, center on page. You can animate this image. You can crop the image, replace it, or reset it. You can add it to your theme. So, inserting text boxes, images, you can also insert a link. When you insert a video, you can search for any video on YouTube. So if you wanted to look for a YouTube video of wild birds, you can press search, and it would show you a bunch of videos with the description wild birds, which, depending on the video could be or not be what you're looking for, but let's say you have a specific video on YouTube. Let's say you've spent some time searching on YouTube for wild birds. Let's say you found one that you really like. I really like this one, that music. So I'm going to click on share below the video. The link is already highlighted. I'm going to press Control-C on PCs or Command-C on Macs. I'm going to go back to my presentation and I'm going to click the URL. And I can paste that by pressing Control-V for PCs or Command-V for Macs. And as you can see, there's that video. I can preview it to make sure it's the right one. There's that music. That's the right one. That's the one for me. I'm going to click select, and then it inserts the YouTube video. Now, I don't think this will work. The video will work unless you have an internet connection. So if you want to play this, I believe that you have to have an internet connection to view that video. But I could be wrong. So, you can also insert word art if you're a fan, a word art fan. And there it is. There's your word art. And if you right click on it, well, I haven't really messed with word art, so I'm sure there's a way you can change it. You can also insert different lines. You can insert different shapes. You also have arrows that you can insert, callouts, equations. You can insert a table and choose how many rows or columns that you'd like in your table, and it will insert it for you. You can animate, and an important feature is commenting. When you comment, it will put a sidebar. Let's say you've selected a word art fan, and maybe you want to make a comment about that either on your presentation or on a student's presentation or a teacher's presentation. I don't like word art. Comment. And there it is. And if you've shared it with anyone, they can see that comment and things like that. I'm trying to see anything else. I would just spend some time looking through here to explore it, but those are the basics of Google Slides. Also, along this toolbar right here, you can undo something. So I can undo that edit on my fan art. You can redo something. You can use a paint format. You can zoom in. I think you have to click on it and then click where you want to zoom in, or click off the zoom in. Or let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. And you can choose a select, where you can select many things at once. You can choose a text box, an image, a shape, a line, lots of things from the insert. This is your comment. You can change the background, a different color or a custom background. You can choose an image. You can reset it. You can also change the layout. Maybe you wanted to have 2 columns, so you can put a picture in one, and so on. You can also change the slide transition. And when you're ready to present, you can click on Present, and you will be able to click the play button on your video, and it's awesome. So, thank you for joining me for this presentation. If you have any questions, you can Twitter me at @Tullmann. That's HTULLMANN. And thanks for watching.